How you doing, Ricky?
Hey, George. George Glass.
Who's George Glass?
He goes to our school. Remember I just showed you that video?
Which one?
The Brady Bunch?
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know a George Glass that goes to our school. Watching my figure from a new boyfriend. Okay, anyway. I'm Ricky,
I'm Eric.
and this is Clap If You Don't Care, a pop culture music podcast. We are back from vacation.
Yes,
We're recharged. We're filled with love.
we
A
are.
little bit of vacation blues.
Already missed the fam.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I had such a good time with your family. Like, thanks for sharing them with me.
Yes.
Because I don't have the strongest of connection with my family,
Not yet, you don't.
but I'm working on it.
That's
I'm working on it. Yes, through therapy. And so this was the second year in a row that we got to go to the lake for a whole week, which is
Yes.
great.
Yep.
And for the second year in a row, I was moved to tears as we drove away.
Happy
So,
tears.
Happy
Happy
tears.
tears.
Yes. So I'm manifesting a lake house in our future
Yeah.
because I love fishing, which,
Yeah.
shout out, I caught a big largemouth bass.
Shout out to yourself.
I'm just such a good fisherman.
We can put a picture in the show notes. We can put a link if you
Really?
want. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If
Oh,
anyone wants to see the photo.
Like put it on our website and say Little Wins?
No, it can just be a link in the show notes.
Oh, okay. Let's do that.
Yep. Okay.
All right. I'll brag
Take
about
a
my
look in
fish.
Take a look in the show notes if you want to see the largemouth bass that Ricky caught on vacation.
Yeah, clap if you want to see my fish. Should we get into some trending topics?
Let's get into it.
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom,
You think I'm going to edit that out and I'm going to leave that in. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
So Madonna released an album a few weeks ago. I talked about it on New Music Friday. It was called Confessions 2, which was a follow-up to Confessions on the Dance Floor, a previous album that was released by her. Well, that album debuted at number 1 on what chart, Eric? Do you want to guess?
On the Billboard Top 200, because you said album.
Yes, good job.
Yes. And if you are listening to this and what I just said doesn't make any sense, you can pause this episode and go back to the last episode where we explained everything about the Billboard charts.
I'm so proud of you.
Yep.
So this is Madonna's 10th chart-topping album, and she is the first act with the number 1 album in the 2020s to have also topped the chart in 3 other decades.
Oh, so
that's crazy, right?
So 1990s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020s?
Yes. Yeah, you're right. To be 67 years old, still doing her thing, having a number 1 album. I mean, that's pretty major.
When was her first album released?
A long time ago. She debuted in 1983.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. Like a Virgin came out in 84.
So how many total albums has she released?
15 albums she's released.
Oh, okay. And so 4 in 4 different decades have reached the Billboard Top 200. Okay.
Yeah. The reason why I brought this, I thought this was interesting, is that she's a legendary artist.
Yeah.
And I feel like these are gems. And when they want to still do music and give the fans something and still hold their own, like her, to have a number 1. And she's done so much for the culture and for so many people. I just think that's an exciting accomplishment. And that's why I wanted to give it a little praise. Clap, clap.
Clap, clap, clap.
On to our next trending topic. Speaking of legendary artists, Bonnie Tyler. She passed away on July 8th. She's a Welsh singer, best known for her distinctive, husky, powerful vocals. Her biggest songs include Total Eclipse of My Heart. You know that one?
Give me a little taste.
And I need you more than
Oh,
ever.
yeah.
Okay. And her other song, I'm holding out for a hero.
Oh.
I'm holding out for a hero at the end of the
Yeah.
night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was she making music?
I think she released something in 2025.
Oh.
As I looked at her Spotify. Yeah.
Was it popular or good?
It wasn't, but again, similar to Madonna.
Yeah, doing what she loves. How old was she?
She was 75.
75. Okay.
Yeah. Fun fact about Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Mm-hmm.
It was originally a song about vampires that was supposed to be in a musical. And I think you can see it like when you listen to the song and you know how it's like, turn around, bright eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's like vampires have bright eyes, I guess.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Last trending topic.
Mm-hmm.
Rolling Stone published an article on Goose. It was a really nice read. Yeah. So Goose, for the people who don't know, they're a jam band. And the headline read, Goose didn't just inherit the jam band scene, they reinvented it.
Okay.
So they recently headlined Madison Square Garden, the same place where Taylor Swift got married.
Yep.
And so that was a big deal for them to be a jam band selling out Madison Square Garden for the second time.
Yeah, they're on
it's
the
pretty
rise.
Major. Yeah, I thought it was cool. They talked about how they've built a passionate fan base, but they've also faced criticism from other jam band fans who think that the group is just a little bit too polished, or becoming too successful too quickly, or kind of leaning into the more popular zeitgeist. And I think it just rubbed some fans the wrong way.
Yeah, so that was my question is in the article, what specifically did they say they were reinventing?
That they have blended jam music and indie rock.
Oh,
so they've pulled from the greats like Fish and Grateful Dead, but they've also incorporated this indie like Bon Iver or Fleet Foxes to attract like newer listeners or people who are newer to the scene. And I think that's probably why I like them.
Yeah.
Is because I'm not.
Yes.
By way of you.
Let me just lay out the scene here because I don't want anyone thinking that I am like some jam band aficionado. I
Compared to Rafi and Connor.
I have a lot of jam band friends. They are jam band aficionados. They have gone and chased them around the country, listened to all their concerts, gone state to state, track all of their music. They have there's an app for a lot of these people that is like Fish Live, where you can get every version of every songs that they've done at every concert, and they enjoy listening to all the variations and all that stuff. Anyway, I am not that person. I'm about one standard deviation removed from that. I have a lot of friends that do this, and I appreciate that music. I like going to the concerts with them, but I'll go to like 1 or 2 a year, maybe. Ricky is one standard deviation away from me from that. I have dragged him to some of these concerts.
Oh.
And so anyway.
Is jam band in the room with us? I'm like adjacent. Like I'm in another room.
And so all of that to say is I'm sort of interested. If there are any jam band listeners out there that know more about this than we do, please write in and tell us what your opinion is on this with Goose specifically. Because I feel like Goose is sort of like the other name in the jam band scene right now, and it's kind of no one else aside from all the Fish,
the older groups,
Grateful Dead, and all that stuff. So anyway,
and I think their story was a little bit unique. Rolling Stone's story was unique. Explaining how Goose kind of grew through touring and live streams, like during the pandemic. So they didn't have this major label push.
Yeah.
So they've kind of built momentum organically, which I think is pretty cool, and that's probably why they have a loyal fan base.
Yeah. Cool.
Clap for them. Yeah. All right. Let's get into our main topic. Eric, have you ever wondered why songs sound better in a car?
I have not. However, you have posed this question to me as a potential topic, so I'm sort of excited to talk about it with you.
Do you have any idea why, though? Or have you heard that before?
I honestly haven't thought about it that much, but I can take some guesses.
It was like a weird thought. I guess it was when we both got new cars this year.
Yeah.
And I think like testing out the sound system, I was sitting in the car thinking, gosh, why does this song sound so good in the car?
Can I take some guesses before you tell me the answer?
Okay, go for it.
Okay. So I think I'm just going to nerd my way through this. I think one, acoustically, I feel like you're in a controlled environment and you have strategically placed like you have a speaker and you have tweeters, and you have like a subwoofer. Like you have the cars all typically, like, in order to have a decent sound system, like the car has to have all of those things.
Okay, so acoustics.
So yes, so acoustics. Whereas like most of the time you're just listening to one like thing, like your AirPods or whatever. It's not great. So you have good acoustics in there. Second, there's like this magical thing that happens when you're driving, where you are like on a route that you're familiar with, and most of the time you're sort of like 10 or 20% like paying attention to the road, but then you have like 80% is like can be focused on something else. You can be thinking about something else. Like when you have something like that has like 100% of your focus, it's almost like too much of your focus. You're like too focused on it. But when you're only 80% focused on something, it's sort of nice, I feel like, because you can't fully pay attention to it, so it like kind of seeps in differently. I don't know. It's like sometimes driving is good for thinking through something. Also, just like if you need some time to yourself, or you have to like think through a problem, sometimes driving can be nice for that. So I feel like it's like in that same vein. So acoustics, like mental state, I think that's like mostly those are my two like top two.
Winner.
Really?
You are now getting a chicken dinner. Okay. Yes. So you were right. I did some research. And so two sources that I want to point out is I read an article from Pitchfork. It was titled "Music Sounds Better in a Fast Car. Here's Why." And the second article was from Far Out Magazine, titled "Why Does Some Music Sound Better in a Car?"
Is it excitation transfer? Is that a term that came up in psychology? Is this like,
yes,
that's so funny. Oh, this is great. No, I'm still excited about this.
So the myth is that cars just have better speakers.
Uh-huh.
Reality is there's a lot of different things that you kind of touched on. So the first thing is, so your ears aren't hearing anything different. Your brain is. And that's an actual quote from a neuroscientist who was featured in this Pitchfork article. Okay, so an example of this is like when you're doing work or chores. You know how you play music in the background?
Yep.
You're not really paying attention. It's just background noise because your attention is elsewhere on that task. So in your car, your brain is already occupied by driving. And so the steady engine and road noise satisfy your brain's needs for some kind of ambient noise. In our case, because we have EV vehicles, I feel like we don't really have an engine roaring.
Sounds that much better, baby.
That's what I kind of thought. I was like, wait, that's crazy. Eric's going to love this. I'm going to put that in. So as a result, it feels like richer and a more immersive experience, right?
Okay.
So you
I don't
already
know if
touched on that.
I already touched on it, although I'm not quite sure if I understand the psychological like thing.
I think it kind of has to. It goes in with your like focus part.
Yeah, you're not quite focused on the song in the same way that you are like listening to it outside of the car on a walk or something like that.
Hey, this is what the article said, right? We don't have to agree with it all.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to sell you on it. I'm just trying to, I thought it was interesting. I was like, oh yeah, I can kind of relate to the task doing part.
Yeah. I think to summarize, maybe what makes sense to me is there's a mental sort of state of mind where you're not 100% focused on something that cognitively music hits you differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the second thing that the articles said was that driving, especially at higher speeds, puts your body into a heightened state of alertness.
Yes.
So that increased arousal can make like music feel more exciting, emotional, energetic. So
Yes.
your heart rate rises,
Uh-huh.
you're more alert, your body releases a small amount of adrenaline. And like you said,
Yep.
the excitation transfer,
Uh-huh.
that's the excitement from one experience, like driving,
Uh-huh.
can intensify another experience, like listening to music.
Yeah.
So that's why maybe choruses hit better, the bass feels stronger,
Yeah.
or emotion packs more of a punch.
What's really interesting about that is it goes one step further, I think. I don't know if they touched on this in the article, but it's actually, it's not, it can heighten the excitement of the other thing. It's actually, it's a misattribution as well. So it's like, because in this example you're driving fast, you might actually find, you might misattribute the excitement to the song. And so you might actually say, this song is what's making my heart beat faster. This song is what's doing this, not you driving fast. That's what actually the psychological phenomenon of excitation transfer is a misattribution of where the excitement is coming from, which is why it's like, it's fun if you're on a first date, you like go bungee jumping or something like that, and you're just like, this person is thrilling, is how you leave it. And so like, that's what's happening with the music. That's very interesting, actually.
Yeah, one of those articles did have like that emotion.
Yes.
If you're like going through a breakup and you're driving and you're like, oh, this song touches this piece, but it's because of
it.
What that has done to
very
you
interesting.
emotionally.
Very interesting. Yeah.
The other thing is, like you said, acoustics. So cars are actually great listening rooms, and it's worth mentioning. But unlike your living room, you're sitting in a space where there's multiple speakers around you.
Yep.
And you're only a few feet away from them.
Yep.
And the cabin is enclosed.
And for the nicer cars, there's often sound deadening material in the car itself.
That's in your car?
Yeah, it's in my car, but most nice cars have it to protect you from the road noise, but it works both ways. So it keeps the acoustics really nice inside as well.
Yeah. Okay, the next thing that the article said was memory makes songs better. So one of the biggest reasons why music might feel magical in a car is because your brain has formed some strong memories with driving or the location. So think about like a road trip,
environment,
or a late night drive. Yes, your environment, right? And where you are in that. And I remember as a kid going on a family vacation, listening to an entire album. And I was like, wow, I think of this. When I think of this song, I think of driving through Durango, Colorado. I can totally relate with that.
Yes. I have like a lot to say about this and memory. And so you could cut me off like whenever you want, but it's like the particular song is actually, it was I think we listened to it recently. That it was a song that I came across when I was dating my first girlfriend, and it was the Hello Goodbye song.
Oh yes, I played it for you recently. I like where we are, where we drive.
Yes. Yeah, ironically, actually, the name of that song, right, or the lyrics of that song.
In your arms, goodbye, something like that.
Yeah.
But hello,
totally brings me back to freshman year of high school. But I was just going to say, yeah, I mean, the brain and how memories form and all that stuff is so interesting, because it's like, one of the ways you can extend your life or sort of have a rich life or slow down time is by forcing yourself to experience new things. And so there's an interesting, because basically your brain at any given moment is like modeling the world, and it's just like your eyes and your ears and all of your senses are sort of just checking in to make sure that like your mental model is like accurate. And so like if you're doing routine things and driving around in places that you already know and doing the same things you already know, your brain basically doesn't save any of that. It's just like, oh yeah. And like a good example is like, have you ever driven anywhere and you just be like, wait, how did I get here? You weren't really paying attention to the drive because your brain, is like, all of this drive I've seen before, and you don't remember any of the stuff in that drive. There's some interesting mechanics at play there around memory and what's important, and how music plays into that. Because if you're driving someplace brand new and experiencing a new thing, you're actually forming, like, it's a really formative experience just in and of itself because of the novelty of the thing. So if you add in some music to that experience, that's going to remain or be a very formative or important, memorable song to you, just because your brain is in engagement learning mode. Whereas if you're listening to music or a new song in a familiar place, uh, in a routine setting, it might not be as exciting or
Mm-hmm.
new or novel to you. And so there's some interesting interplay there about just like the how the brain works, which
Yeah.
is something I'm sort of fascinated with.
Yeah, I was just going to say that my example of this is when we went on a road trip to go see your sister and your family in
Yep.
Asheville.
Yep.
And we were driving through Arkansas,
mountains of Tennessee. Yep.
And we were listening to the Charlie XCX album that she did for Wuthering Heights.
Yes, I remember specifically.
And that song, Chains of Love, it changed me like in a beating of my heart.
I remember the exact part of the road we were on when we were listening to that song.
It was a little foggy in the morning, morning dew. We had just like camped in the car at a lake and we were driving through.
Yep.
And I remember that song in that car, right?
And I actually remember just a couple weeks ago, randomly, and I'm not the kind of person that does this. I was in the passenger seat, and Ricky, you were driving somewhere. I was like, you know what I want to listen to right now? I want to listen to that Charlie XCX album. And like, I think you gave me a weird look because you were like, Eric does not normally just like request music in the car.
Also, Charlie,
like,
of all people, that's crazy.
Right.
I'm like, Brat,
but it was
like,
it was
no.
It was because of that drive though, and that was a formative that was a formative drive, a formative memory. Yeah.
Yes. And so I think the other thing, driving to the Smoky Mountains, listening to Smoky Mountain Rain by Ronnie Milsap.
Yep.
That was just so perfect because we were driving through rain when we got there. Yeah. And that song just fit the moment and fit all the twists and turns that we were doing in a new car. So I think that brings me to the next point that the Far Out article mentioned, which was freedom is part of the sound. And so driving often represents independence, freedom, adventure, escape. And so these emotions become attached to the music. And I think that's what we were experiencing during that trip of experience a new adventure in your EV and camping in the back seat and, freedom of like a new car, independence, when we were teenagers driving in our first car. I think that's probably why that Hello Goodbye song with your first girlfriend brings back that memory. Yeah. Because that was, some independence from you, freedom, getting to listen to that song.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I'm trying to think of the term. It's like we are very like visual creatures. Like I think our brains are really wired for like new experiencing and like navigation. And just like from evolution. And so I think when we are in a new place experiencing something new, our brains are in that heightened state, like ready. I think it's just to get particularly nerdy when you are like in a heightened state or you're exercising, your brain secretes this chemical, which is basically like Miracle Grow for the brain. I think it's called brain derived neurotropic factor, BDNF. And that literally helps you like make memories.
Wow.
And so that, I mean, so I think there's certainly a lot of truth to all of this.
Yeah. I don't know. I love it. I like this topic.
I really do too.
Clap. Yeah. Clap. Also, fun fact, some artists will do a car test.
Oh, really?
And I've actually lived through experiences of this where Ariana Grande will tease new music in the car. And when she goes to go promote the album, She's done multiple interviews where she's like, yeah, and I,
Yeah.
the first demo, I listened to it in the car.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, why were you listening to it in the car? And she's like, I don't know. I just like think that it's like a great place to like kind of consume it.
Yes.
And that's the most common place that your fans will experience the music. I just think it's an interesting thing. And it's like, yeah, absolutely. You should totally test.
Yeah.
Okay. One question that I thought was just interesting. If music doesn't actually change when you get in a car, what other everyday experiences are shaped more by your brain than by reality?
I mean, Ricky,
right?
You're preaching to the choir here.
I know. We've been
just finished my whole book on.
That's what I'm saying.
That I won't get into on this podcast. I've been preaching it too much, but all of that to say, absolutely, your state of mind has a huge effect on your outlook on life, on your enjoyment of life, on so much. Absolutely, 1,000%.
I think what was so interesting about researching this topic is I fully expected that I was only going to be like, oh, here's some nerdiness about acoustics and the placement of one speaker versus the other. That's why there's speakers in the dash and in the back. I fully expected that. And I actually got this like psychological and like your brain is the thing that's like, I was like, wait, I didn't even expect that. And then you've read me a lot of passages from this book that you just finished.
Yeah.
So I've been thinking about life differently, or how I consume or do different tasks, or just think about things differently for the better.
Yes.
I would say I'm trying to be more positive.
That's right. Yeah.
When I was single, I would go on drives and I would listen to music. And I think whatever emotion I was feeling or trying to suppress, because I wasn't really feeling my emotions at that time, outwardly. I think so many songs I connect with, like just being mean and nasty and, kind of like some dark places.
Yeah.
And I feel like now I listen to music and really consume it in a space where it's like, you know what? I am feeling sad. And this song makes me feel sad. Or this song is making me happy, even though I am feeling sad. And just coming to terms with that. And it's just like interesting how your brain works.
Yeah. So you started thinking it was going to be a technical podcast about acoustics, and you ended up going to Psychology 101.
Yeah.
So, Ricky, what have you been listening to this week?
I've been listening to a song called Not for a Lack of Trying by Aron!
Aron!
Aron! Right. ! I'm so sorry if you were the artist and you were listening to this podcast. I'm so sorry you found us. I respect you. You're a really good artist. I'm glad I discovered it. Eric, stop laughing.
Sorry. I was just really proud of that joke.
This guy has been on my radar for a while. I've liked many of the songs that have come up on different Spotify playlists. And I think it's a really nice blend of pop and jazz. So it's feel-good music. It's giving New York coffee shop background music.
All of his music is this way. You haven't said a specific song yet.
Right? Yeah, all of it's kind of like that. I'm just kind of like setting the scene of who the artist is. If you like Surfaces or Forrest Frank or Milky Chance, he sounds like them. And so I like this song because, here's how the lyrics go. I gave it a shot and came up short this time. It's like relatable. So here's a song.
Yeah, let me hear it.
But it's not for a lack of trying. It's not.
Oh yeah, I like it. It's just kind of like, and it's no big deal. It's like,
no big deal.
I did my best, and that's okay.
That's on period. Another song that I will not play, but I've been listening to it, is Spend That by Young Miami. And you should listen to the clean version if you got kids in the car.
Yes, please.
I played it for Eric. He was like, "What is this?"
Oh, yeah.
But that's all we need to say about that. But it's definitely an interesting, hilarious song. Okay, the other song is by Hermanos Gutierrez. They are a brother duo, and the song is called Los Ojos del Condor. We're going to Mexico next month, so I need to practice my Spanish.
Long did you practice saying those names?
Well, you're not supposed to tell the audience, but you heard me practicing it. I was like, wait, what does condor mean? And I had to research it because I've never heard that. It's a bird.
Oh, a condor? I think I knew that.
Oh, I didn't know that. But when it was with Spanish words, I was like, what does that mean?
Well, you just say it in an American accent. You just say condor.
Los Ojos del Condor. No. I don't know. I love the song. It's instrumental. Beautiful. It's cinematic. It reminds me of like music that you would hear if Pedro Pascal did a Western. The guitar is really pretty in it. And then there's like this steel guitar that comes in that takes it to a whole nother level, especially as that percussion is kind of under it. So this is Los Ojos del Condor.
I get cinematic. Yeah, I get Western.
You see Pedro Pascal.
I see Pedro Pascal. I also see space.
Yeah, but Westerns are space movies.
What?
I did an essay in film class.
Westerns are space movies?
Some
hot
space
take.
Movies are Westerns. Yeah.
Space
Absolutely.
movies are Westerns.
Mm-hmm. I had multiple examples. If I can find that essay, I will bring it and I will read it to you. We're at time.
We're at the end of the episode, but I feel like we've just stumbled across another topic.
Right, we'll save it
we
for
gotta
another
sprinkle.
time,
we got to sprinkle some music into the topic, but I'm so interested.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Well, thanks for listening to Clap If You Don't Care. Don't forget to share the podcast with your friends and family.
If you would like to email us, our email is icare@ericy.xyz. If you know anything about Goose or jam bands, please let us know. Or if you have any questions or comments, if you have concerns, we don't want to hear those, but questions or comments we like.
Yeah. Or if you have topic ideas, feedback.
Topic ideas, we'll take
or
those
if you want to
too.
share music.
Yes.
Email us.
Actually, that's a good one. I can't believe we haven't asked people to share the music that they're listening to. If you have a piece of music that you're listening to.
I do ask on my New Music Friday.
Okay. If you have a piece of music that you're listening to that you want us to listen to and make a comment about, email us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I was just like, I don't want to hear trash music.
That's right. But only send us good stuff.
Yeah, don't send us Spend That by Young Miami, please. All right. That'll do it for Clap If You Don't Care. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.